Remember me, I'm a pride, for God's sake. I think I gotta do the business prophecy. Set me free, skin dead. Everybody gone past competition. Beat me, hate me, you can never break me. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Chew me, sue me, everybody do me. Kick me, kite me, don't jump like a bite me. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Tell me what has become of my life. I have a wife and 2 children who love me. I am the victim of police brutality. No, I'm tired of being the victim of hate. Remember me, I'm a pride, for God's sake. I think I gotta do the business prophecy. Set me free, skin dead. Everybody gone past competition. Beat me, hate me, you can never break me. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Chew me, sue me, everybody do me. Kick me, kite me, don't jump like a bite me. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Tell me what has become of my life. I have a wife and 2 children who love me. I am the victim of police brutality. No, I'm tired of being the victim of hate. Remember me, I'm a pride, for God's sake. I think I gotta do the business prophecy. Set me free, skin dead. Everybody gone past competition. Beat me, hate me, you can never break me. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Chew me, sue me, everybody do me. Kick me, kite me, don't jump like a bite me. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Tell me what has become of my life. I have a wife and 2 children who love me. I am the victim of police brutality. No, I'm tired of being the victim of hate. Remember me, I'm a pride, for God's sake. I think I gotta do the business prophecy. Set me free, skin dead. Everybody gone past competition. Beat me, hate me, you can never break me. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Chew me, sue me, everybody do me. Kick me, kite me, don't jump like a bite me. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Tell me what has become of my life. I have a wife and 2 children who love me. I am the victim of police brutality. No, I'm tired of being the victim of hate. Remember me, I'm a pride, for God's sake. I think I gotta do the business prophecy. Set me free, skin dead. Everybody gone past competition. Beat me, hate me, you can never break me. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Chew me, sue me, everybody do me. Kick me, kite me, don't jump like a bite me. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Tell me what has become of my life. I have a wife and 2 children who love me. I am the victim of police brutality. No, I'm tired of being the victim of hate. Remember me, I'm a pride, for God's sake. I think I gotta do the business prophecy. Set me free, skin dead. Everybody gone past competition. Beat me, hate me, you can never break me. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Chew me, sue me, everybody do me. Kick me, kite me, don't jump like a bite me. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Tell me what has become of my life. I have a wife and 2 children who love me. I am the victim of police brutality. No, I'm tired of being the victim of hate. Remember me, I'm a pride, for God's sake. I think I gotta.
May I have your attention, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, everybody, welcome once again to the Ratfink Racing League on Tuesday night. My name is William Tiller. I am joined up here in the booth by Jacob Williams.
Drivers, start your engine!
Drive on that manhole. So have a good day today. Like I said, load all the fans, and thank you guys for coming out here. We got a great crowd today. Everybody listening at home. Leave them home out there. That's what you enjoy the race. Get it all done all day long. Get ready to go. Good feeling about today, guys. Stay focused, be smart. You guys have been doing a great job out there on the outside. Like for nothing other than that, the rest of the race.
For short track racing here on a Tuesday night. And we are thundering and lightning into corner number 1 as this race kicks off officially. Oh no! Big impact to the 6 of Victor Etheridge in the top side wall. Tonight we are warm and toasty in Homestead, Miami Speedway, the 305. You see damage and scrape that topside wall. It's time to go racing once again in the Rat Pig Racing League as George Ross in the 79 takes us into corner number 1. Action starting to pick up here off of 2. Oh my goodness, as the machine comes off of 2. It's time for the Tuesday night Rat Pig Racing League.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular upon spur, singing out, yeah, through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Rat Fink Racing League Tuesday Night Truck Series. Here tonight we're in the Atlanta. This is Echo Park Raceway, I guess now, Jacob. This is a fancy name on a forever classic racetrack. My name is William Tiller, of course, joined up here by Jacob Williams, lead producer and co-commentator here on Tuesday nights. Jacob, we're coming off the tail of Jordan Tross getting back to his winning ways last week at Nashville. Here tonight, it's a track that everybody's familiar with, has a layout similar to a Charlotte Motor Speedway, a little less mileage on a track like Atlanta. What do you expect from the boys here tonight?
Man, so Atlanta is like super rough. I mean, it'll dang near clatter your teeth out. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I can see a lot of guys. I mean, it's really a real hardcore track for drafting. So, I mean, it's I don't want to say necessarily it's like a super speedway, but you can definitely pick up the draft, and then you have to kind of ease up going into the corners, though.
Definitely one of those tracks that's going to take a lot of strategy and a lot of thinking around. You have that kind of tri-oval piece in the middle as well. But as always here on a Tuesday night, these drivers get 3 sets of tires in the garage. We get 2 attempts at an overtime, 80% fuel limit, And my favorite rule here on the Tuesday Night Truck Series, no fast repairs. That means if you see one of your favorite drivers caught up early, that may be the end of the night. But before we get to that starting grid, Jacob, I believe you have some inside information about that fuel window that we're going to be looking at here tonight.
Yeah, no, as always, I try to catch up with the guys before we hit the track. So, guys were averaging anywhere between 38 to 40 laps a tank. We got 120 laps, so going to be a two-stop run at that point.
Ooh, watch out for that. But it is time for tonight's starting grid in week number 10 of the RatFink Racing League Tuesday Night Truck Series. Rolling off on row number 1, we have our pole sitter, Jesse Gordon, joined by Tyler Waltz. Row number 2 is going to feature Colton Miller in that Hot Wheels machine and last week's winner, Jordan Tross. Row number 3 is going to feature Dakota Reeder in that 85, looking to get back to victory lane. And Anthony Harden starts inside the top 10. Row number 4 is going to feature Victor Etheridge and Thomas Wynn, keeping that top 10 streak alive, also rolling off in the top 10. And completing our top 10 here tonight, we have Will Weber and John Crosby. Take it away, Jacob.
In row number 6, we have Thomas Aaron and then David Lewis next to him. In row 7, we have Brandon Schumann and then Clover Shepard. In row number 8, we have Zachary Wynn and Keith Vaughn. In row number 9, we have Daniel McConnell and David Bersecki. In row number 10, we have Stephen Prosser and back on track this week, Justin Clapper Sr. Row number 11, we have Cameron Goley and Jim Jackson. In row number 12, we have Cody Deek, and then side by side next to him, Ryan Godfrey. Row 13, we have Cody Smith and Paul White. In row 14, we have Mr. Nesquick himself, Nate Lesko and Tom Ringer. In row 15, we have Jamie Howell and Brian Sousa. Row 16, we have Brandon Hinton rocking that Ram paint scheme, and then Cole Crawford next to him. Row 17, we have Sean Dion and Gary Wright. And that'll be it for our starting grid.
Starting grid is all set. We are all set here in the A, with Jesse Gordon taking the pole here tonight. Coming off the heels of Jordan Tross's ultimate dominant performance at Nashville last week. We head to Talladega after this, but it is time here. We're just about halfway through the season with week number 10. Tyler Waltz, Jesse Gordon on that front row. It's been a very tight points race as well. At any point during tonight's race, we invite you to go over to RFRLleague.com or click on that link in our YouTube description. Catch up with all those point standings, those schedules, everything you might need to know about this upcoming season. But the pace lights are off of the pace truck here in the Truck Series. We're going to do just about 120 laps here tonight. Jacob, I'm excited and ready to rock and roll.
Yes, sir. No, it should be interesting, especially with a 34 truck field. It looks like 34, maybe 33. I think Jamie Howell is either starting from the pits. Yeah, it looks like he's starting from the pits currently. But, yeah, no, it's a decently good-sized field at that point. And here we go. Take it away, Will.
Pace truck pulls off. We're ready to rock and roll here in the A as Jesse Gordon in the Batmobile stalls just a little bit on this start, but the green flag is out as Jesse Gordon takes us into 1.
Going too deep, essentially, pretty much from Jesse Gordon all the way back. Jesse's cleared himself with Tyler Waltz, Colton Miller right there, and Tyler Waltz going side by side, going down the backstretch. This caution is out already. Let's see if we can have the guys check up properly and nice and clean. Man.
First caution of the night already here. About a half a lap in, Jesse Gordon was already starting to separate from that pack. But we did see on that restart, a few drivers had difficulty getting up to speed there, Jacob, as we watch this replay. It's going to happen coming off of 2.
Oh, David Lewis just gets loose, ends up catching the. Oh, then we just have a lot of guys just kind of not. That's gonna
It's going to look like.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, as you see that University of North Texas, we now know that mascot for UNT there, Jacob. We learned that last week. But it looks as though that's going to encompass Sean Dion, David Lewis, Thomas Aaron, David Bersecki, and Jim Jackson all going to be involved in this. There might be some residual damage on some other trucks. We'll keep an eye out for that as well. But it looks like those guys for sure are going to be early retirees in tonight's race.
There's nothing that you can do about that with Grant Godfrey. I mean, just kind of running down that, just down the back stretch, and then Sean Dion trying to miss it, and Thomas Aaron just unfortunately T-bones him. What a way to start the race already.
First caution of the night is waving. As we are slowing to a pace right now, pace lights are on of that pace truck. Jesse Gordon, Tyler Waltz, Colton Miller, Dakota Reeder, Jordan Tross, Anthony Harden, Thomas Wynn, John Crosby, Will Weber, Victor Etheridge, our current top 10. Early caution already. We had about 11 cautions last week here in the Ratfink Racing League Tuesday Night Truck Series. Not that many cautions usually there, Jacob, but with Jordan Tross basically led the way. Majority of that went wire to wire, started on the pole. Gave us one of those traditional Jordan Tross performances we're used to.
Yeah, no, Will, it was definitely a performance from Jordan. Sorry, Will, I was having some technical difficulties on my end. I had to step away for a second. But yeah, no, Jordan did definitely put on a show last week, especially with the green flag runs, the strategy that he had to play to be able to get himself back towards the front of the race. And I think, didn't he lead about 70 of the laps last week?
Yeah, one of those performances. Nate Lesko in that Neswick machine, you see him on your screen as well. But then once Jordan caught him, just didn't have the speed. He elected for one of those early pit strategies. I did that, and I think it just backfired on him later on in that race. Here tonight, I don't think it's going to be a pit strategy. I think it's just going to be all about speed here tonight at Atlanta. But the pace lights are off of the pace truck. Early caution already. 120 laps here tonight. But let's get ready for this restart. And we'll be Jesse Gordon, Tyler Waltz, Dakota Reeder, Colton Miller, Jordan Tross, Anthony Harden, John Crosby, Thomas Wynn, Will Weber, Victor Etheridge on this restart. As the pace truck pulls off, let's try this one more time as the Batmobile of Jesse Gordon will take the green flag as he leads the pack into one.
Ooh, what a jump from Jesse. His restarts are some of the most impressive restarts I've ever seen. Him and another one that's pretty good on the restarts, and that's going to be Paul White. If we see him, we got a guy getting loose right there. I think that is going to be... I can't tell who that is going down the... looks like going to be Cameron Goley falling back.
Yeah, and you have a battle also between the 85 of Dakota Reeder and Colton Miller. That's for second. They're side by side through the trioval. Across that start-finish line, Jesse Gordon continues to lead us into 1 and 2. Those two almost made contact off of that corner. Wasted no time to battle it out as Dakota Reeder is not going to give up that low line. Oof, as they almost again make contact off of 2, Jacob. This could be a battle we can keep an eye out all race long.
Yeah, no, and then you got Tyler Waltz. This is one of the better starts we've seen from Tyler throughout this season. You know, he was side by side with Jesse Gordon on the opening laps. He's kind of fallen back a little bit, but, in that top 5 currently. So we'll see if he can maintain that position, stay clean, and put a battle on towards the leaders.
Seeing some guys on the high side of the racetrack. Things sort of single file. Now down the backstretch, we go side by side into the corners. There goes Schumann in the 52. He gets the door shut on by Will Weber in that 40. Thomas Wynn in the 71 just ahead of them. Anthony Hart in the 77. He is one of those trucks on the high side of the racetrack. A lot of racing going on here. There is that guy you mentioned here to start off the broadcast, Justin Clapper in that 63. Starting to get a little bit separated from that lead pack.
Yeah, no, a little bit, and I think, again, it's been a little bit since I've... Ooh, Will Weber getting a little loose right there. Brandon Schumann on the backside of him. Just getting into that dirty air. We're right on board with Justin Clapper.
Boy, I love that point of view. I love it every time we jump on board one of these drivers. You get to see exactly what they're going through, and especially Justin Clapper for giving us that behind-the-scenes point of view of his actual setup. Folks, this is not as easy as just turning on a game and getting to it. This takes a lot of focus, a lot of muscle as well there, Jacob. I've seen a lot of these races where the drivers come off shaking their arms. It's a lot that goes into these races, and especially with a track like this, as you mentioned, very bumpy. So these drivers are going to all race long. That wheel is going to be bouncing on them.
Yeah, no, my thing is, we typically don't see it a lot in oval racing. But in some of the shorter tracks, you'll see it. But definitely here lately, what I've been experiencing from my sim racing professional career is I'm starting to get like a little bit of a cramp in my left shin from having to use the brake so much in the road racing. But you will use the brake a little bit, specifically like at Martinsville or Bristol, and man, it just you go over and over again. It tends to wear me out a little bit.
Getting the workout in, you always got to wear your Fitbit or your Samsung, whatever you got to do. Keep track of those calories burned in the simulator. As we're now 12 laps into week number 10, we're going to check back here. This is the 88 going at it with the 68 back here. The 8s are battling it out. I believe that is Tom Ringer in that 68 machine, as he's to the low side of the 88. This is a battle within the top 25. This is to stay inside the top 25 on the racetrack. There's Keith Vaughn in that 32. We'll get a shot of him on the screen now. Keith Vaughn, one of those drivers, very consistent. He's up to 15th here in tonight's race. This is quite the hornet's nest of drivers we have right here. Jacob, we got Paul White, Stephen Prosser, Keith Vaughn, Victor Etheridge, and Justin Clapper all in this cluster of drivers, 13 laps in.
Yeah, no, we'll kind of check back in with our race leader real quick. We got Jesse Gordon. Ooh, Colton Miller trying to make the pass on the outside of Jesse Gordon. We'll see if he ends up getting that coming down the main stretch.
Whoa, as he's getting a huge run off of 4. He has to just maintain that speed. There he goes into 1 and 2. Oh, what a move out of the 93 to put that tail right in front of the 10 of Jesse Gordon. It forced Jesse Gordon to check up on the racetrack. Boy, that was a heck of a move there out of Colt Miller in the Hot Wheels machine.
Yeah, no, and also we'll kind of walk through this. Not necessarily walk through it, but I kind of went through and got our team standings, not team standings, but our team rosters all updated. Oh, caution's out. Caution's out. Uh-oh.
Second caution of the night here. And I believe this is going to happen right inside of that top 15. Keep an eye out for you here as we're seeing drivers there on the scoring and timing not having a good day. It's going to be Will Weber. That's the 81.
Is Thomas Wynn?
David McConnell.
Is Thomas Wynn going to make it? Is he going to make it? Oh, he clears him.
Ooh, boy. Justin Clapper in that 63 is going to be right there. Victor Etheridge. Oh, what a save out of the 63. Keith Vaughn, not so much. He's going to have some damage to the front end of that truck. And I believe Zachary Wynn may be involved in this late. We'll have to keep an eye out on that here at the end of that replay. Man, 2 early cautions here tonight. This one's going to happen off of 4. Going to involve some of these drivers that started inside of the top 15. Victor Etheridge, one of them. Keep an eye out here. Get you a list of drivers who was involved in that, as we see a lot of drivers. Right here, man. Watch this ride with the 6th Victor Etheridge.
Ooh.
Wow, what a save out of the 6. We'll watch here. Rod on board. All that's happening in 2 different directions. Oh, he avoids it completely there, Jacob. What a save.
Yeah, what a save by him and Thomas Wynn at that point.
Looks like we did have some trucks down pit road. Some guys electing for that early window, as you talked about there, Jacob. We did have some guys stay out. It looks as though Dakota Reeder in the 85 did stay out. Tyler Waltz in that 9 stayed out. Anthony Harden, Thomas Wynn. We just saw him on that replay. He stayed out. Nate Lesko and Cameron Gully. So we have 6 trucks that are staying out here. Looks as though the rest of the field did head down. With Jesse Gordon currently in that 7th position. Jordan Tross in 8th. John Crosby 9th. And Brandon Schumann. He is now up to 10th. Biggest mover of the race so far is that Neswick machine of Nate Lesko. He's up 22 spots to drop the green flag, only 16 laps in.
Shoo! I mean, Nate always ends up in, I don't want to say that's his routine, but he normally starts in the back to try and like avoid the chaos. But, well, I guarantee it, whenever, as the race kind of gets a little bit further along, I mean, he hasn't pit yet. I can see him sitting back in the back a little bit and kind of letting the chaos unfold, and then just working his way back up towards the front, towards about the, I'd say towards the end of the race.
115 laps here tonight in week number 10 of the Tuesday Night Truck Series. We do have a new top 10 for you here as the pace lights are off. We got Dakota Reeder, Tyler Waltz, Anthony Harden, Thomas Wynn, Nate Lesko, Cameron Gully, Jesse Gordon, Jordan Tross, John Crosby, and Brandon Schumann. As we get ready now, we've had 2 cautions so far, 16 laps into this race. Been very, very competitive battles for position all over the race. We haven't seen that fanning out as we saw in last week's race at Nashville. Everything's been very tight so far. As the pace truck pulls off, here we go. Dakota Reeder, Tyler Waltz. We're through the tri-oval as the green flag is in the air. Dakota Reeder takes us into 1. Oh no! Ooh, we're still okay. We're still okay. We're still green. We're still green. Great save out of that truck. We'll get you who that was. We did have a truck stall on the restart. They got it to that topside wall. Caution is out now. Caution is out. I thought we were going to keep going green. But it is out right now. And it's catching some other guys off guard there, Jacob, as Jesse Gordon had to pull out of that line.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who that was. It might have been Jim Jackson. No.
I thought we may have been okay there. Oh, there it is right there. It's going to happen after that. I believe a driver is going to get what I like to call ramrodded into the corner as we watch here into 1 and 2.
Oh. Poor David Bersecki. Yeah, poor David Bersecki. I mean, he was involved in that first caution, trying to check up a little bit, and this one, I mean...
We do see the 81 sort of swerve right there.
Yeah, I don't think... I'm trying to think... was that Clover Shipperfield? No, that was going to be... Was it Jim Jackson? Nope.
That's Daniel McConnell right there in the 81.
Oh, yeah, you are right. I wonder if Daniel ended up seeing him. Let's see. Let's ride on board real time. Oh, and then... Ooh. He misses... Oof. Yeah, he misses him because he was also trying to miss Zachary Wynn. Ah, poor guy. Missed him, and then David Bersecki just couldn't check up fast enough and just got him into the rear.
We were okay for just a half a second there. Under that caution, as we did have a truck stall on that restart. 3 cautions in here so far here tonight. As the field reassembles, we'll keep an eye out on pit road for you. None of the leaders, it looked like, headed down there on that one there, Jacob. But as we wait for the field to reset, we're going to take our first break of the evening. We'll be right back here from Atlanta.
Coming closer, know that I'm a mess. Tangled up in wires, I can't catch my breath. I run. Falling deeper, I cannot confess. Drowning in the chaos, I can't catch my breath. I run. Catch my coming closer, know that I'm a mess. Tangled up in wires, I can't catch my breath. I run. Falling deeper, I cannot confess. Drowning in the chaos, I can't catch my breath. I run.
Welcome back to Atlanta here in the Ratfinger Racing League Tuesday Night Truck Series. I'm William Tiller, joined up here by Jacob Williams. We are 21 laps into this race. We've had 3 cautions so far. Leader on the racetrack is Dakota Reeder in that 85. Nate Lesko in that 20. He's had a great run the last couple races. Jordan Tross, last week's winner, he's right up there as well. You see him on your screen. But it is time for another restart. That means it is time for another rundown. As Dakota Reeder, Tyler Waltz, Anthony Harden, Nate Lesko, Jesse Gordon, Thomas Wynn, John Crosby, Justin Clapper, Jordan Tross, and Colt Miller in that 93 will be our top 10 here on this restart. As we're coming off of 4, we await the pace truck to pull off. See how far we can get here on this run. Been very crazy so far, but here comes Dakota Reeder through the tri-oval. Green flag is in the air as he takes us into 1.
Ooh, you got Nate Lesko right there on the backside of Dakota Reeder. Then behind Nate, you got Jesse Gordon on that lower lane. Tyler Waltz kind of hanging out high and dry. Let's see if he's going to be able to kind of come down in front of Anthony Harden right there. Then you got Thomas Wynn.
Nate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you got. I was kind of looking farther back. Go ahead, Will. Go ahead. Take it away.
Yeah, Nate's going to the inside of the 85 into 3 and 4. Nate Lesko in that Neswick machine. Looks as though, no, they're still side by side through the tri-oval. They'll race through that tri-oval across the start-finish line. Here comes the Batmobile of Jesse Gordon. He wants in on this action as well. Nate Lesko to the low side of the racetrack. There's Jesse Gordon. They're still side by side. Coming off of 2, they're still drag racing down the backstretch. This is a battle for the lead. Dakota Reeder is just itching to get back to victory lane. Nate Lesko had his streak ended last week by Jordan Tross. Now Dakota Reeder will take the lead solely by himself off of 4.
Ooh, that's a good looking paint scheme from John Crosby. I've never seen the blue W Energy truck before. This is a new one. I kind of like this one a lot.
I believe it's the same JC73 for 10% off there. All your W Energy needs. Oh my goodness. As we were going 3 wide on the racetrack, John Crosby was in the middle of that momentarily. Jordan Tross was to the high side of the racetrack. And I believe the 41 machine, that's Cole Crawford. He is racing like a man on a mission here tonight as we'll jump on board with John Crosby there. Started 10th, currently 10th. Rocking a pretty good paint scheme here tonight. We did misspeak on last week's broadcast. John does have a win this season. It happened, I believe, Jacob, we found out in week number 2 was when John got his first win. It's been a bit of an up and down season so far for the 73, but I believe a win here tonight could turn everything right around.
Yeah, no, I do believe it was Texas is where he had won out that week.
A great state of Texas, which is a similar layout to Atlanta, so a track that he's probably familiar with. Doing good here tonight, currently inside of the top 10. That's really where you want to be here, 26 laps into this race. You want to get settled into a nice position. Oh my goodness. That's Cole Crawford again. Man, looks as though he has just got a firecrackers on those Goodyears here tonight. He is moving and grooving around the racetrack, very close to the 79 of Jordan Tross. Off of 4. Man, that's so tight right there at the tri-oval.
Yeah, no, Jordan is kind of a little bit further back than normal. We'll see if he's going to end up making the pass on. Nah, I don't think he's going to take it 3 wide, but he is going to get on the backside of the bumper of Thomas Wynn.
Yeah, the 79 is right there on the 71. Into 3 and 4 we go. They'll go side by side for position. This is inside of the top 10, 6th and 7th position. They're riding it out 4 through that tri-oval. Oof, not a great exit for the 71. He'll lose that spot to Jordan Truss. John Crosby trying a little BOGO action. He's trying to the high side of the 71 as well. It looks as though he is having some difficulty in that 71 here, Jacob. Maybe needs to head down pit road. Ooh, yeah, very, very loose off the tube.
Yeah, no, at Atlanta, it's one of the ones where as the tires start to wear, you get a little loosey-goosey coming around those corners.
Yeah, and there's Justin Clapper off of 4, almost makes contact with that fender. We'll check back up here with the leaders. Colton Miller, he's back up to the lead in the 93. Jesse Gordon right there, Nate Lesko, Tyler Waltz. All of these guys very, very fast. As we're off of 2, we're riding on board with Jordan Truss. Last week's winner, he'll go to the inside. He'll try to push for the 20 as well. Finding a lot of speed behind the wheel of 79 here off of 4.
Ooh, so, Will, I don't know if we've talked about it here recently within the broadcast, but man, Colton Miller's got about 0.8 of a second lead on Jesse Gordon. This is probably one of the most dominant performances that we've seen from Colton Miller.
Yeah, he is checking out there in that air all by himself. Now, we've heard different things from different drivers. This is great for early runs in the race. Let's see if it does pay off in the 93. We do have another pit stop coming up sometime in this race. But right now, Colt Miller, and I got to say, if he does hold on to this and continues this performance, it's one of these drivers, I feel like this momentum's been building for a while, Jacob. I think maybe top 10s, top 5s. He's been just in the mix. I think this win was coming at some point. We'll see if he can hang on here tonight early on.
Yeah, no, and based off of this, I mean, it's showing that, the last pit cycle that he ended up going in, he ended up taking 4 tires, and then Jesse only took 10. Or not 10, excuse me, fuel. He only took fuels, which I wonder if this is what's creating the pace, and Jesse, unfortunately, is just holding up the line.
And he is out of the Wynn Brothers Racing. And boy, there's similarities to the Wood Brothers Racing is very, very crazy out there. As you have Colt Miller, of course, Thomas Wynn, Zachary Wynn within that same stable. Colt Miller, of course, rocks that Hot Wheels paint scheme. And you check out those last pit stops on your screen here if you're watching along with us here on YouTube. Pretty big mix within that top 10 of the guys last heading down pit road. We'll check out now inside of that top 10. We're starting to simmer down just a little bit here as we check out the Wynn Brothers Racing. We also have a Clover Shepherd, Cameron Gully right there. So a good stable of drivers. Colt Miller, of course, in that top spot. Thomas Wynn, I got to say here, Jacob, we talked about him last week. He's breaking through inside of that top 5 in the points. Another top 10 here tonight. Keep stacking them up.
Ooh, and then at that point, I mean, if you get a top 5, within the point standings, I mean, that gets you inside the chase, and everyone who isn't aware, it's the top 10 that's going to make, not the playoffs, but it turns into the chase for the championship.
As we'll check in also inside of that top 20, a lot of guys really jockeying for position outside of this lead pack. We got Brandon Hinton, Ryan Godfrey, Tom Ringer, Brian Sousa. All of these guys, this is just a hornet's nest of drivers. All of these drivers have had some early race issues. They're trying to stay inside the top 15, top 20. And you see that none of them want to give an inch here in this pack, Jacob. As you see right there, Victor Etheridge, Anthony Harden. They go nose to tail just for a minute there. Brandon Schumann in the 52. He's way up on the racetrack. We got 3 wide off of 2.
Yeah, I know. We'll see if they can keep it clean and give each other the space that they need. But, whew, man, it's especially as these tires start to wear. I'm one of the guys like, look, let's give each other enough room. Ooh, 3 wide right there, coming down the front stretch.
Look at that shot across that start-finish line. So many battles within the race. Anthony Harden, that 77. You see him on your screen right there. He is in the 13th position. Tom Ringer, he is up 14 spots since the drop of the green flag. Up to 15th. Brandon Schumann will knock him down 1 spot there. As the 77 and the 52, they'll go nose to tail.
And I think Brandon Schumann and Anthony Harden are both teammates. Let's take a look. Indeed, they are. Anthony Harden, Justin Clapper, Brandon Schumann. Unfortunately, Thomas Aaron is out of the race this evening. But the three teammates right there, Anthony Harden, Justin, and Brandon, 12th, 13th, and 14th, both kind of going side by side. So let's see if they can end up making the appropriate strategy calls to see if they can get each other into the drafts with one another to get the pace that they need.
Yeah, and I would think with three of your own trucks within the same team, all within each other right there, I would think you would try to link up, work your way back up to that lead pack. But it looks as though Anthony Harden at 77 will just take the top side of the racetrack into 1 and 2. Brandon Schumann in the 52, he's right there as well. If he can just get on the back bumper of the 77, they might have enough draft to catch that lead pack. As you mentioned it just a little while ago there, Jacob, Colton Miller in the 93, he just looks as though we'll stay here at this pack. Brian Sousa with a huge checkup. You talk about using the brakes. I think he just mashed him into 3 and 4.
Yeah, no, I briefly saw that as well, but I don't know why he ended up checking up for. I didn't really see a reason why, unless if someone radioed out something over the radio. But yeah, there wasn't really anyone in front of him.
You see lap times right now are in the 32s. Keep an eye out for you on that as well. As his lap time. Oh, there goes Jesse Gordon. He's battling out back there, getting around some lap traffic. Big aggressive move out of the 1-0. That's David Bersecki in that 92. Just having some not the greatest race here tonight, Jacob. You see that damage on the 92 there on your screen. He's just trying to stay out of the way there on the top side of the racetrack.
Yeah, no, and then Jordan Tross has worked his way through the field. And speaking of Jordan Tross, I mean, I see it on his truck currently. And for everyone who is tuning in currently, so Jordan is running a new paint scheme. You know, Jordan's part of Alloy Motorsports, but right now he is running the Sim Fits paint scheme, which everyone we are now the RFRL is partnered up with SimFits. So if you're wanting t-shirts, hoodies, cups, coasters, stickers, any of your favorite league memorabilia or apparel or merchandise, check out simfits.com. Again, that is SimFits, SIMFITS.com. And that is by Mr. Joe Spinelli. And I meant to get a graphic put up earlier to be able to check out the website. I just didn't have enough time. But again, simfits.com. And then for those who purchase a RFRL merchandise, a portion of that helps and gets contributed to the league for league. I just forgot the term. League. Will help me out here.
Expenses?
Yes, expenses. There we go. First, I mean, I'm worked out now. I was like, league office? No. Yes, you are correct. League expenses. Yes, thank you for that.
Yes, sir. And I can't wait to go check out our brand new partner here in the RFRL League. That's simfits.com. That's easy enough, folks. Go search it. Go Google search it, simfits.com. Order you one of those RFRL League shirts. I'm actually going to go check that out after this race here tonight. Maybe even get me a t-shirt on there as this race continues along. Jordan Tross in the 79. He was our feature just a little while ago. It looks as though he'll head down pit road as now our second window of pit stops have begun as John Crosby has to hit the brakes on the entry of pit road. We did see a truck early on in that window. I believe Tyler Waltz headed down pit road all by himself, Jacob. So one of those trucks that we saw in that early window.
Yeah, no, it'd be... We'll see who has all come down. So we got Jordan Tross, John Crosby, Ryan Godfrey, and then it shows Sean Dion, but Sean Dion's out for the evening currently. So just those three at this moment. So we'll end up seeing who's going to end up going down pit road as well.
Jordan Tross beats John Crosby off of pit road. Jesse Gordon has always won for a long pit strategy window. As we watch this race now, it's going to be that Yahtzee reshuffle period of the race. As we're going to see names going up and down that pylon on the left side of your screen here. If you're watching along with us here on YouTube, current leader on the racetrack is Colt Miller in that 93. Looks as though Dakota Reeder is heading down pit road now. 46 laps into this race. We're just about to the halfway mark. We had a few early cautions, 3 early cautions here tonight. After that, Jacob, it has just been smooth sailing, green flag racing all the way around. Oh, man, I thought we were going to end it there off of 2, but we're still good into 3 and 4.
Yeah, no, you got Jordan Tross, Tyler Waltz kind of working through some, not necessarily lap traffic, but traffic in the back, trying to work their way through the front.
See John Crosby with a little bit of a wiggle into that tri-oval. Across the start-finish line. Brandon Schumann right there as well. See some big movers in this race. Of course, Cole Crawford in that 41. He is up 27 spots so far. These are all guys that have not headed down pit road yet here on this run. Colt Miller in the 93 still leads the way. Last time down pit road for the 93, though, 4 sets of brand new tires. 4 brand new tires on that 93. He'll have quite the run in that machine. But Jacob, you got to think, though, now everybody has completed their second pit stops. That window has to be closing just a little bit for that 93 to elect to head down again.
Yeah, no, you have, I mean, everyone's been about 32 laps, and man, Jesse Gordon has been out on the same set of tires for
the whole race.
Yeah, no, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. The whole race. Him, Cole Crawford, maybe Brian Sousa and Brandon Schumann. Man, no, I don't know how those guys are. I mean, it's got to be like ice skates, essentially.
Watch now as we creep towards that 50 lap in mark. We have some newcomers inside of that top 10. Cole Crawford, of course. Jamie Howell has got up to the 8th spot to match that truck number. Brian Sousa, Brandon Schumann. We'll watch here as the 93 comes off of 4. No indication that he heads down just yet. There's the 41. Watch now, those 3 cautions to start off tonight's race. Pretty clean the rest of the go. There goes Nate Lesko in that 20. Now Jesse Gordon is heading down pit road. The 10 is down pit road right now. Looks as though he will be the only truck down pit road there, Jacob.
Yeah, no, we'll see how long Colton Miller's going to end up staying out. And at this point, I'll be interested to see or know how many sets of tires he still has left, since we know for sure he's already taken 1, so he probably has 2 left, so then everyone else has 2. So then once he goes down the pits, he's only going to have 1. But, I mean, Colton's already shown that he has the pace to be able to make these tires last. So I think, he has the appropriate and right strategy.
Yeah, there's a lot of different strategies I've watched here tonight. Some drivers just taking fuel, some drivers taking tires. There comes Jordan Tross in the 79. He is currently a lap down, same thing with John Crosby, only because of this green flag pit stop window. There's the 93. 93 heads down pit road. John Crosby almost makes contact there. I believe that's Tyler Waltz in the 9. They almost make contact as the 93 headed down pit road. But now the 93 heads down. Looks like some other trucks down pit road as well. Can't tell if those are just retirees on pit road. Brian Sousa is going to head down behind the 93. But for all intents and purposes, the 93 will head down by himself and now hit that pit stop.
Yeah, I do believe Zachary Wynn has retired his truck for the evening, and Daniel McConnell. We still have Cameron Goley out, and then from that point, so Cameron Goley, Jim Jackson, and David Bersecki are, looks like 2 laps down currently. But yeah, from Cameron Goley, from Daniel McConnell down, those are going to be our early retirees for the night.
And honestly, right now, as we're 54 laps into this race, this could be a chase game. I mean, you could have guys pushing windows, gambling a little bit here in this race. As you see the 41 just make brief contact with the top side wall. But see, you have such a gap now. You have so many names ahead of those quote-unquote fast trucks in this race. you're going to start to see that chase game playing out. And are they going to have enough laps? Are we going to have another caution? You see that pit stop infographic on your screen right there. I mean, Victor Etheridge could stay out for a while. Same thing with Tom Ringer, as we almost had a caution right there with the 41. Paul White could stay out for a while as well. I mean, a lot of these guys can continue this run, as now Stephen Prosser will head down pit road.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm going to pull this back up really quick. I mean, our pit window was about 40 laps, and Victor currently is on lap 40. So we'll see if he was able. Yeah, we'll see if he was able to stretch the fuel. Him, Cole Crawford, and Jamie Howell, Paul White, Justin Clapper, Brandon Schumann, and Cody Deek all on 40 laps since the last pit. So we'll see if Victor's going to end up going to the pits on this one.
And then you see on your screen right there, the next closest names are going to be Jordan Tross.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes.
Crosby in 11th and 12th. There goes Victor Etheridge on pit road.
Ooh. Coming in a little hot.
Cue up that Tokyo Drift song right there. I wonder if you know.
Yeah. I was going to sing it, but I don't know the lyrics to it.
I know, me too. I tried. That's as far as I can go right there.
There you go. Oh, who was on the? Oh, someone was on the backside. I do believe that was Jamie Howe. Oh, Keith Vaughn on the backside of Jamie Howe down that backstretch.
Cody Deek was also down pit road there. I saw that as I took a look down pit road. Keith Vaughn doing pretty good here tonight. We have a whole cluster of drivers down pit road now. Cole Crawford, Paul White, Justin Clapper, Brandon Schumann, all now down pit road. That leaves Tom Ringer, Jamie Howell, Keith Vaughn, Cody Smith in that 50. Now leading the way, 4 trucks still out. And that's going to clear the way for, I have to say, just an absolute dog pack of drivers. You got Jordan Tross, John Crosby, Tyler Waltz, Nate Lesko, Jesse Gordon, Dakota Reeder. Those are 5 trucks all coming for the top spot right now as Keith Vaughn, Jamie Howell are now down pit road. Man. We're going to see Jordan Tross and John Crosby. They're just going to come like a locomotive for that top spot.
Yeah, so I'll be interested to see. I mean, so technically Tom is still out. Let's see. Last time he's on lap 39, so he's got about another lap or 2 before going down. Same thing for Cody Smith. So at that point, once the Tom and Cody Smith goes in, your 1, 2, 3 is going to be Jordan Tross, John Crosby, and Tyler Waltz. So then my question is to everyone and to you, Will, do you try and stretch those tires, or do you end up short pitting and try and undercut some of the other guys to get your way back in there to where you're not caught up in that traffic?
See, to reference the World Cup, that second place right now, I always have to pick for the underdogs and guys that you may think are out of it. Similar to Argentina here today, down 2-0, came back to win 3-2. I look at the likes of Colt Miller and Jesse Gordon. Currently, Jesse Gordon's in 5th, has a long way to go to get up that grid as far as trucks ahead of him. You look at Colt Miller, he's down in the 9th spot right now. We're looking at around over 50 laps to go right now. Those guys, I think at the end of this run, they're going to have the speed in the top trucks as now we see Tom Ringer down pit road. That's going to clear the way for our leaders to essentially assume their positions inside of the top 10. But Colt Miller in the 93, Jesse Gordon, watch out for those 2 names as we have that 41 bouncing off of the top wall again. Those guys are going to be the fastest trucks at the end of this run. Now, will they have enough time to catch these top guys? We'll have to wait and see. As right now, Colt Miller is about 7 seconds off. Jesse Gordon's about 2.5 seconds off. Both of those guys, watch out for the underdog as we close out this race.
And Will, I accidentally misspoke earlier. I thought Zachary Wynn was an early retiree, but he is actually back on track. So he was probably just in the pits getting some repairs needed to get done. And I mean, he is currently 14 laps down. Kudos to him for sticking it out and trying to, get as many points as what he can. But at that point, I apologize for misspeaking on that.
hey, if you can get the duct tape and the hammers out, get that thing back out on the track. We showed up, we might as well get it back out there, you know. As if you can get it started again, what else are we gonna do, you know? Good for him to get that thing back out there and getting a few more laps in, you know. It's always about that experience, it's always about that practice, it's always about those reps on the simulator as well. So even if your truck's not up to par, you still get the reps, you still get the practice in those lap times as well. As Jordan Tross leading the way, we have some guys really battling out for a position here, Jacob. We have Ryan Godfrey, Brandon Hitton. They're both outside of that top 10. Ryan Godfrey is just inside. Brandon Hitton, he is one of our biggest movers, though, up 20 spots as a drop of the green flag.
Yeah, no, and then, I mean, Jordan Tross is kind of separated himself between him and John Crosby. We'll check in with him. You know, about a second and 10th. And then shortly behind him, Jesse Gordon just made the pass on John Crosby. So I wonder if Jesse's going to end up having the pace to be able to catch him, Jordan Tross. Oh,
yeah, I'm watching lap times right now. Last time by, it was a 31.9 out of Jesse Gordon, 32.1 out of our race leader, Jordan Tross. So Jesse is definitely moving and grooving on those fresh set of Goodyear Eagles. No, he got fuel only last time down, so tire wear starting to build up a little bit for that 79. Jesse Gordon, watch out for Colton Miller as well. I'm going to watch that speed for you here on that scoring and timing. As now the 63, his night has gone a little south as well. That's Justin Clapper now side by side with Jesse Gordon in that Batmobile. Jesse Gordon currently in that second spot, and really it's been Jesse Gordon, Jordan Tross so far here this season. Last season, John Crosby did a great job of really making himself known. This year only has one win underneath his belt, but currently in that third spot, looking pretty good here towards the tail end of this race.
Yeah, no, Will, on my end, that's a mistake on my graphic. Actually, Jesse Gordon took 4 tires.
I thought so. I thought he had gotten tires.
Yeah.
He's very fast for only getting fuel only.
Exactly. No, that's why I was like, fuel only. Like, man, like hauling.
They put some high octane fuel in that thing.
I mean, he's right there on the backside of Jordan now.
Oh yeah. He's got so much speed. I think at this point, I know Jordan Tross is going to make it hard for him, but it's one of these things where at a certain point he may have to let Jesse Gordon go by. He's going to try to jam him up for as long as possible. Hey, watch right here. I mean, he is right on that back bumper into 1 and 2. Jordan, yeah, he's going to go high on the racetrack. He's just going to let Jesse Gordon go by. He knows he doesn't have the speed or the power to really stop him. Oh, no, as he went too high on the racetrack. Makes contact with the top side. Comes off very, very fast. Rides that momentum. Now side by side with Jesse Gordon into 3 and 4. Scratch exactly what I just said a second ago, folks, because we have a battle on our hands. Jordan Tross, Jesse Gordon, they're side by side off of 4. Looks as though they're the only 2 trucks on the racetrack as they'll drag race to the tri-oval. Now Jordan Tross will pull back behind the back bumper of Jesse Gordon. This simmers down for just a minute. But boy, I wonder if that damage on the right side is starting to slow the 79 a little bit as we're off for 2. Again, he scrapes the wall off of 2.
Yeah, no, that's at first I was like, oh, okay, Jordan's going to allow him to go through, and then all of a sudden down that back stretch, I mean, he was really kind of creeping up on the backside of Jesse, and I thought he was going to end up having too much momentum coming out of the exit and take the air out from the backside of Jesse and get him turned, unfortunately.
It was a full send there from the top side of the racetrack. He said, we're going for it. We're not going to slow down. And mama, here comes that man. That is the 93 machine of Colt Miller, just scorching the racetrack. And that Hot Wheels machine may as well be on one of those boosters on those Hot Wheel tracks, because right now he is up to 5th. He's got his sights set on John Crosby in that 4th spot. And he's going to catch him here within a lap or 2. These are the drivers I told you folks to watch out for here on this restart. And they are making themselves known here as we count down the laps. I believe this will be a battle between Jesse Gordon and Colton Miller at the very end of this racetrack. As right now, Dakota Reader currently in the 7th spot. Starting to fall back a little bit here in tonight's race. He was a top 5 truck, Jacob. Now is starting to slide just a little bit.
Yeah, these green flag stops, I mean, these green flag runs, let me rephrase that. And I'm not saying that Dakota isn't the greatest strategist, but if it's one of those things where you're like, okay, like it's going to be a caution-filled night. Like typically, you really don't kind of plan for it, but now it's like, I don't remember when the last caution we had, but. It's been a full pit cycle, so 40, let's just call it 40 or 60 laps, somewhere in there. At that point, like you got to start really thinking, okay, what am I going to do on this next green flag run?
Yeah, on this, exactly. I think the last caution we had, and folks at home, if you're watching along with us, it happened around lap 30. Maybe. This has been a pretty long run here on this green flag. We've had pit stops. We've had everything. Only 3 cautions here tonight. It started off with just a quick succession of those cautions, and then really we started to settle into a great pace. And with those green flag pit stops as well, that's sort of helped shape the identity of this race. As Jesse Gordon's leading currently, but if you take a look at that scoring pylon on the left side of your screen, that is a lot of names that could realistically have a great chance at this race, if not a top 5 or top 10.
Excuse me. We have lap 18 was the last caution that I'm showing.
Wow. So even further back than what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So lap 18, we had 3 cautions within the first 20 laps, and since then, folks, it has been a green flag, smooth sailing racing since then.
Oh,
Nate Lesko, he's very high on the racetrack there off of 2.
Yeah, you're going to put that juju in the air, and Zachary Wynn's getting a little loose, kind of a little squirrely right there.
Yeah, trying to battle it out with the leaders, the 72 is. That's a interesting decision there out of Zachary Wynn. Really mixing it up. Elbow is out there with the top dogs, and you see if he can maybe just slide out of the way of these guys. As Nate Lesko, he's got some speed, but is really getting blocked by Zachary Wynn there in the 72. As he was found, I would have to call that the Dale Jr. line. That is the highest point of the racetrack. Nate Lesko. Oh, wow.
Getting squeezed between 2 lap cars.
Yeah, boys, you just gotta pull out of the way there. You gotta let those horses gallop around you. As Nate Lesko again's in the middle of the racetrack. That Dale Jr. line, it might pay off for him here as we're crossing the start-finish line. He'll battle it out now into 1 and 2.
Yeah, no, and at that point, I as the broadcast has gone on and we've been talking, I did not realize that Jesse Gordon has a 2-second lead on Nate Lesko. It was Jordan Tross, but now it's Nate Lesko. Nate ended up making the pass on Jordan. Man, what a run from Jesse. I'll be interested to see again. We'll pull this up. Jesse, 26 laps since his last pit. Nate, 32. I think Jesse ended up doing the right strategy and only taking fuel only, and really running those tires to almost they were bald on, I want to say, the last pit cycle or the last green run, because now Jesse's got, let's see here, 27 laps. Nate's got 33. Jordan's got 34. The guy, Nate and Jordan, are going to have to end up pitting earlier than Jesse, and I think Jesse's going to have the pace to be able to catch back up to him whenever he has to pit and run him down. And I think he's got this one in the bag, but the race is still early.
Very early on, 2.5-second lead now for Jesse Gordon. We'll keep an eye out on the rest of that pack. Nate Lesko, Jordan Tross, John Crosby, Colt Miller, Tyler Waltz, Dakota Reeder, Victor Etheridge, Anthony Harden, and Thomas Wynn currently inside of that top 10. And boy, it seems like every week we call out that Thomas Wynn name, because every week he is inside of that top 10. But boy, he is an eternity away, 16 seconds behind that pace. As now Jordan Tross is going to head down pit road. The 79 machine, one of our leaders, he heads down with Tyler Waltz in the 9. Those two heading down pit road here on lap 80.
Ooh, so if they pit now, to get them towards the end of the race, that's going to be 35 lap old tires. I'll be interested to see if that was the appropriate call to make.
As those gaps keep getting bigger and bigger. Now 3 seconds, Jesse Gordon leading the way. Nate Lesko now down pit road. John Crosby now down pit road as well. Those two will head down as a pair. So now we have multiple leaders electing to head down pit road here on lap 81. Keep an eye out on who else elects to head down. Nobody just yet inside of the top 10.
We'll see if Jesse
now it's
ends
gonna-
up going down the pits too. Sorry to interrupt.
No, we'll see right now. As we're
Yes,
he is. Oh no!
Oh,
What a save!
did he get a black flag for pitting? We'll see here shortly if he did or not.
Where's the VAR on that one? I want the VAR replay. He's good.
Yeah,
He's good.
He's in the pits. We'll see if he gets a black flag here in a second.
The referees are checking it out on the screen.
I wonder if
Colt Miller now down pit road as well.
Yeah. Yeah, because if Jesse ended up getting a black flag for speeding down the pits, I mean, that's really going to be a game changer.
We'll keep that in our back pocket for you here in just a second. As now Colt Miller will follow Jesse Gordon off of pit road. Keep an eye out now as Dakota Reeder is leading the way in that 85. Victor Etheridge, Paul White, Stephen Prosser. Just as we call about that top 10, those green flag pit stops were taking place. We'll wait and see if a black flag was assessed to Jesse Gordon.
I'm not seeing it, so I don't think he ended up getting one.
It's clear. It's no penalty on that one. The VAR confirms no penalty for Jesse Gordon in that Batmobile as now Paul White heads down pit road. We're going to start to see that top 10 take shape on the left side of your screen there. Dakota Reeder leads the way. Victor Etheridge.
But
watch out.
but I mean, Jordan and them did end up pitting before Jesse, but Jesse had enough pace to where, if my timing is correct, he is still in front of Nate Lesko and Jordan Tross at that point. So he ended up keeping his position. So once this next batch of guys go down the pits, Jesse's going to be
down.
Yeah, Jesse's going to be out front at that point.
Dakota Reeder's down the 85, and I'm curious to see where Colt Miller will shake out in all of this as well.
If a caution,
hit
if a caution comes out right now, there's going to be so many guys that are going to be so upset.
As this race has continued green since you said before the lap 20 mark. So this has been quite a green flag run. 85 laps in. We've only taken one commercial break here tonight. It has been one heck of a race. Very exciting throughout.
Oh, I saw
Cody
smoke.
Deacon at 13. Oh, smoke someone on the racetrack. No caution just yet.
Victor.
As we're still moving and grooving.
I think it was Victor Etheridge going into the pits.
Yep, the 6 machine is down pit road currently. By himself, it looks like. That's not a good sign when you see that, when you look around pit road. As now our leader on the racetrack is Dakota Reeder. Here comes Brian Sousa in the 60 down pit road.
Oh, this is... no, he came in... I don't know what that smoke was from.
I would say we are in Atlanta, but here comes Victor Etheridge in that 6 down pit road. No, he's off of pit road. All right.
I thought he was going to pull out in front of Paul White at that point. Mr. White Lightning is about to strike.
As we're off of 4 here. And just my hip-hop references just took a rabbit hole. I was thinking about, oh no! That's a big save off of 4. I thought about Paul Wall there for a minute when you said Paul White. But now we're into 1 and 2. 88 laps into this race in the home of hip-hop here in Atlanta off of 2.
Yep.
Down the back. Oh boy, almost a pile up.
Yeah, man. I don't know if they're like not late blocks, but guys getting loose. Let's see if Brandon Schuman's going to go down pit road. This could be a little dangerous because sometimes, and I do believe it's a rule within the league. Whenever you're kind of bunched up right there, if you're entering the pits, to call out that you're entering the pits just so you don't have someone ramrod you in from the rear and get you turned.
Stephen Prosser down pit road in that 05. That's going to clear up that top 10 just a little bit here there, Jacob, as you were talking about getting ramrodded. I think Brandon Schumann, Cody Deek, Cody Smith, Jamie Howell all have to watch out for that, as you got Jesse Gordon, Nate Lesko, Jordan Tross all just absolutely steaming behind them to close out these last 25, 30 laps of tonight's race. In that time, folks, we do invite you to go ahead and hit that like button on this YouTube stream. Hit that subscribe button, share it out to as many people. We got 25 laps left here from Atlanta, as we're starting to see these lead packs take shape. Been one of these races where nobody is really separated too much. Oh no! Whoa, as Tyler Waltz and Colt Miller almost clicked each other off of two.
Tyler's getting a little loose.
Wow, I believe this is going to end in some more 4th of July fireworks right here. These guys do not look happy with one another as we're through the tri-oval. And I think you might be seeing just a little bit of frustration out of the 93 starting to boil over just a little bit.
That is, if you're the race leader of Jesse Gordon, that is something at this given point right now. You got about 20 laps left. No, not 20. Excuse me. You got about 24 left. That is the last thing you want to happen is a late caution, because then at that point, everyone's going to be able to enter the pits again, get fresh tires, and then it's going to be a drag race towards the end.
And for Colt Miller in the 93, this is not what he wants either. He does not want a battle. He wants somebody to push him along. He wants some air to get up to that lead pack, because right now they're just going door to door with each other. And I know I love top 10s, but for Colt Miller in the 93, he's had a top 5 truck, top 3 truck all night long. And I think a top 10 finish, although great for the Wynn Brothers Racing team, I could say it'd be a little bit of a disappointment just because of the runs he's had here tonight in the 93. Currently finds himself in quite a heavyweight battle there with Tyler Waltz as he requires to start finish line.
Yeah, no, and then at that point, we really only, everyone's kind of spread out a little bit. We have Jamie Howell and Jordan Tross going at it, but Jamie Howell is on some old lap tires. We'll take a look really quick. Jamie Howell, 34. Cody Smith, P2, he's in 33 lap old tires. So, before too long, these guys are going to have to get out of the way to allow the leaders to get going.
Speaking of the lead, Jesse Gordon, that Batmobile, does take the lead here at Atlanta. Cody Smith currently still inside of this lead pack, just sort of jamming things up there in that 50. Good run out of Cody. Good to see him here in this field. Hope to see him here next week, as he's doing a great job there in that 50, trying to get the most out of that truck. Now he does elect to head down pit road. That's going to clear the way for Nate Lesko. No, the 50's still out. Nate Lesko is just going to take that position away. The Neswick machine now up to second. Now you have Jesse Gordon and Nate Lesko 1-2 on the racetrack. As Nate Lesko still on the high side of the racetrack, he's going to get squeezed there for just a minute. Huge run off of 2 down the backstretch. We do have smoke.
I saw someone.
Who's that? Keith Vaughn?
Yeah, it looked like Keith Vaughn. Oh, how is that? Oh, caution's not come out. No,
Keith Vaughn, and I believe
looks like Cameron Gully.
76. Yeah.
Yeah.
No caution yet. No caution yet on the racetrack. Keith Vaughn, the 32, is going to get a watch here.
Yeah, Cameron Gully. Cameron Gully into the wall, comes down over the top of Keith Vaughn.
That's going to be a hard left side impact for that 32. The inside barrier, and he probably felt that on the simulator as well. It's a hard impact right into the wall. Keith Vaughn going to be retiring early from this race. Great run out of Keith, just unfortunate to have it end early with heavy left side damage. As there might have been a little fireworks there on the entry of pit road.
I think so, or maybe he was just coming into the pits. A little hot, but yeah, we'll check back in.
No caution on the racetrack for that incident as Nate Lesko, Jesse Gordon 1-2 on the racetrack. Jordan Tross there as well.
Let's see. Jesse still has quite a bit of pace. It's catching 17 laps. What is that? What's the? If Nate Lesko ends up keeping the pace that he's got, he might catch Jesse either the final lap or the lap before.
Braden Schumann in that 52 lap truck, just trying to get around the 20 of Nate Lesko. Nate could actually use this to his advantage. Just latch onto that back bumper, use that speed, catch Jesse Gordon. Caution's out. Caution is out. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's going to be a drag race towards the end.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see here. What happened here?
We are in the hot A, Atlanta for a reason. This is where the things get exciting.
Colton Miller and the 95 of...
Oh no, this is going to happen before that. Coming off of 4, there was already an incident happening there on the front stretch.
Oh, that was Cody Deek. Oh,
We had drivers mowing some grass there on the front stretch. Ooh, big pile up there.
Wow.
That's Justin Clapper, Cody Deek, John Crosby in the 73. Let's see if he gets out of this mess.
Let's see here. Yeah, John Crosby. Does Ryan Godfrey and Justin Clapper? It looks like Cody Deek looks like he comes steamrolling through. Couldn't check up quick enough. Locked it up. He gets in front of the 86. Oh, man. See, Will, this is what I was saying earlier. I do believe the 50 was trying to go down pit road. Unless if he didn't call it out, he kind of slowed up a little bit. Cody couldn't react quick enough. And then, yeah, see the 50 was trying to go down the pits right there. Well, then he ended up spinning out. But yeah, I think it's a rule at that point. I could be wrong, but like that's what I was saying earlier. Sometimes, in real life, like I don't personally think they call out, hey, going into the pits. But, on some of this stuff, the courteous is like, hey, we typically will say number 50 pitting in, number 50 pitting in. So then whenever you're driving, like, oh, this guy's about to pit. Like, I need to slow up or check up a little bit. But Cody, unfortunately, just didn't have the time to react. And real quick, we'll watch his onboard. Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah, there's nothing that Cody can do at that point. That guy was slow enough to go down the pits at that point. We'll see the 50 just hit the brakes right there. He gets a little sideways and And that's Cody Smith. Let's ride on board with him really quick.
Oh, don't tell me, because he was inside of that top 5.
And
so this is probably the end of that
yeah,
run.
right there. Yeah, he was trying to get into the pits. His cluster just dropped so fast.
Wow. And my question to you as a driver there, Jacob, we are all battling for position here, but do you try to get down to the apron quicker in that instance, or is there anything that the 50 could have really done in that situation other than call out?
In a perfect world, he should have gotten down to the apron a little bit quicker, in my opinion. I would have hit the apron. Oh, now we got guys wrecking out under caution. What's going on here? I don't know. Cameron Goley showing off track.
A little sideways.
Yeah. This is where it kind of gets weird, trying to get everyone all bunched back up. But to answer your question, yes and no. Like, realistically, in real life, I don't believe that guys are calling out over the radios like, hey, I'm entering the pits, essentially. Like, you have a spotter for that reason. But if it was me, if I knew guys were really like on the back end of me, I would have called it out pretty early and tried to hit that lower apron.
As we watch the field reassemble here, we'll stay live from Atlanta. We're going to have quite a shootout for you folks at home. If you stuck with us here this entire broadcast, we want to thank you for sticking along. This is post July 4th. Can't believe that's already happened. But in this moment, I'm going to jump over to the live chat here on YouTube. And boy, we've had some active chats there tonight. Jacob, I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to read through it all. But a lot of good lucks out there. Let's go Daniel McConnell. Let's go Win Brothers Racing. I see that. I see a Wreckridge comment on there as well. Also see talking about the barely missed the 72. A lot of Mama Win on there.
How is Victor
Colton is a
Etheridge
man
in
on a
first?
mission.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
Victor Etheridge is in first. Yeah.
Sorry.
So Wreckridge is doing great tonight.
See, and this is where iRacing gets it all weird because I think, I don't think Victor should be out front. But I could be wrong. I mean, unless did Victor go down the pits? No, he did not. He stayed. Wow, he stayed out. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
As the pace truck pulls off, Victor Etheridge, Nate Lesko, Jesse Gordon, Dakota Reeder, John Crosby, Colton Miller. Limited main check up there on that restart.
Oh, see, the guys are getting black flags right now because they weren't all set because of the whole iRacing thing. Yeah, see that. It's been a hot topic within the league. iRacing has it to where if you're a lap down, woo!
Whoa! Oh no! Jesse Gordon, he gets loosed off of 2. Nate Lesko gets right up the back bumper of the 1-0. Now they're door to door into 3 and 4. John Crosby there as well. Dakota Reeder in the 85. Victor Etheridge, the 3 wide off of 4. Now it simmers down for just a minute as the Neswick machine takes the lead across that start-finish line. Wow, what a crazy restart we've had so far.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, caution's out.
So I was saying earlier, oh no, Zachary Wynn has crashed. Let's take a look at this. Oh, who gets into oof.
Just another one of those ramrod situations, but it looks as though Zach already had some issues heading into that corner.
Let's see here. Stephen Prosser on the backside of him. Oh, did he hit the... Oh, he hit the wall right there, coming through the tri-oval. And then Stephen Prosser doesn't have enough time to check up.
As Colton Miller and you see also Thomas Wynn just briefly in that shot as well. Man, looking at that top 10, Jacob, we got Nate Lesko currently in that top spot, John Crosby, Jesse Gordon, Dakota Reeder, Victor Etheridge, Tyler Wallace, Anthony Harden, Colton Miller, Stephen Prosser, and Jordan Tross currently are top 10 on the racetrack.
So I see the writing on the wall currently. So you have Nate. So like you said, so you have the top 4 6-lap-old tires. And then you got Victor Etheridge in P5, 21-lap-old tires. Tyler Waltz on 6-lap-old tires. Anthony Harden on 6 as well. Colton Miller on 25. So I might speak this into existence. Those guys with the old tires, they are going to get steamrolled on these restarts, and I can see another caution coming soon.
It's going to be like a barrage of drivers, just like the United States soccer team faced a barrage of shots and goals last night from the Belgian national team. I don't think there's going to be much of a fight from these drivers that don't have the speed of some of the other drivers, just as though there wasn't much of a fight out of our soccer team yesterday either. So as we wait for this top 10 to reform, we did have some of the chat call us, I'd call it like, what do you say, like a psychic, or we speak things into existence up here, Jacob. So if that's the case, I wish for $1 million. You know, let's speak that into existence up here, because if we can speak cautions into existence, we can speak other things.
Ooh, yeah, you and me both. I mean, let me go ahead and speak the winning lottery numbers into existence
Right.
while we're at it.
There we go. 5 cautions here tonight from Atlanta. We're going to have quite the shootout for you here. We're going to go 115 laps on this restart. I believe it's going to be lap 108. So we're going to have just under, I believe my math is correct, 7 laps to go to close out this race. And it is the who's who of the Tuesday night series up at the top right now. So we couldn't have had it any better here tonight on a Tuesday night. We got Nate Lesko, John Crosby, Jesse Gordon, Dakota Reeder, Victor Etheridge. Great run out of the 6 here tonight, although he's going to have some difficulty holding on to that spot. Tyler Waltz, Anthony Harden, Colton Miller, he's going to have a tough time as well. Stephen Prosser, Jordan Tross, all currently inside of the top 10. We have some names to you got to hold on here for Colton Miller and Victor Etheridge. They're going to have to get the life rafts out or something, because you're going to be sinking pretty fast on this restart. Watch for Jordan Tross currently in that 10th spot. Let's see how fast he can get back up here to the rest of this pack as the pace lights are off. 5 cautions here tonight. Let's see how we end this thing. Pace truck pulls off. Nate Lesko, John Crosby, green flag is in the air. Looks as though it is a clean one as we're into 1 and 2.
Nate Lesko, a good jump from him. And then Dakota Reader right there on the backside of John Crosby. So it's going to be a mad dash towards the end. I mean, and I wouldn't count Tyler Waltz out of that. I mean, he's right there. He's been within the top 10 all night long as well.
Jesse Gordon, John Crosby side by side into 3 and 4. They make contact briefly. They continue to battle.
Oh, the wreck in the back.
Is right there. Big wreck into 3 and 4, just outside of the top 15. Caution is out for the 6th time here tonight at Atlanta. Boy, of all the green flag laps we did, it is just, boy, watch this, just hornet's nest of drivers. Tom Ringer's right there, Paul White. I don't know how to call that one there, Jacob. We're into 3 and 4, and I think maybe we just got a little bit. We went 4 wide. We went 4 wide into 3 and 4. So I don't know. That's crazy right there. That's 4 wide.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, and
right there, that's 4 wide.
Yeah, and I don't want to say like Justin, like. I mean, yeah, Justin did get into him, but also at the same time, like Justin has nowhere to go. I mean, he's trying to get out of the way of Tom, but then right there, he's on the bottom side of Brian Sousa. And actually, yeah, and I think Brian Sousa acts. I mean, yeah, Justin was trying to come down just a touch.
I think for the 68, that's tough because your spotter's telling you got one to the outside. And then your spotter's telling you got one low side. I mean, where do you go, really? I mean, you're kind of trapped there if you're the 68.
Yeah, well.
Because as the momentum carries him, there's no other line he could really go here.
Yeah, see, Justin gets bumped up into Tom.
Hey, great shot of our league website right there. If you haven't already, go check out RFRLleague.com. You see it on the now damaged fender of Tom Ringer in that 68. Great shot here on this replay. If we could stay with that fender.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, boy. Go check out that league website there, RFRLleague.com. One of the best websites you're going to find around. I think it even outmuscles the ESPN official website of all the details and stats and everything on there. And shout out to the architect for that as well. I believe that is Chuck Burley, who is not in the field here tonight. Did a great job behind the wheel last week. Is taking tonight off. Shout out to Chuck for building such an awesome website for us here at RFRL. As right now, the field is going to go back to 2x2.
Ooh, what?
Pace lights are off. It is time to party here, Jacob.
So we're coming up. So is this the green white checkered? Because we're coming up on 112. Be 12.
Ooh, good question.
No, I think we're 1 lap short of the green white checkered, right? Because
I believe so.
Because we got 112 coming up next go around. So that would be 12, 13. Nah, yeah, we're 1 lap short.
1 lap short of a green white checkered. Folks at home, if you're watching along with us here, we only get 2 of those. So if it comes down to another caution, we'll get 1. Another caution, flag flies, we'll get another. If caution flag waves on that second one, the race is officially over. As now the pace truck will pull off. Nate Lesko, John Crosby, Jesse Gordon, Dakota Reader, Tyler Waltz, Colt Miller, Anthony Harden, Jordan Tross, Brandon Hinton, and Brandon Schumann, our top 10 here on this restart. As we waste the pace truck to pull off.
Starting to bunch up. Let's see here. Let's see if John's going to be able to get himself a podium tonight.
Pace truck pulls off. Nate Lesko, John Crosby. We're rocking and rolling once again as the green flag is out. Nate Lesko takes us into 1 and 2. John Crosby will try to follow to the high side. Jesse Gordon to the low side of the racetrack. Tyler Waltz in the 9, the 85 will go side by side. Nate Lesko trying to ride that low side off. There goes Jesse Gordon to the high side. Oh boy, getting very crazy here on this restart into 3 and 4.
Yeah, Will, actually, this is the green-white checker because we're on lap 13.
Green-white checker. So next time by will be the white flag if we can get it. There it is.
Oh, nope.
Nope, next time by. There's Jacob as we're still racing. Oh my God, his rope is rewind. Oh no, John Crosby wrecks. Off of 2. Keeps it alive though. We're still green. He is completely sideways off of 2 though. We're still racing. Nate Lesko, Jesse Gordon side by side into 3 and 4. This is a battle for the lead. Nate Lesko to the low side. We get this white flag. The race is official. Jesse Gordon still leading the way.
Jordan Tross worked his way from 10th all the way back up to 4th.
White flag is out. This race is official. There goes Dakota Reader to the inside of Nate Lesko. Dakota Reader with a lot of late race speed. Jesse Gordon will take us off of 2 as our race leader. Jordan Tross is going to run out of racetrack here. Jesse Gordon is going to continue to lead into 3 and 4. Dakota Reader in the 85. Nate Lesko right there as well. Will he have a move through the tri-oval? Here comes the Batmobile off of 4. It will not be enough as the Batmobile will claim Atlanta as Jesse Gordon takes home the checkered flag.
Ah, man, that's a tough break for John Crosby. I kind of want to go back and see what happened right there.
Dakota Reader second, Nate Lesko third. As we watch what happened to one of our contenders in tonight's race, John Crosby was avoiding some other cautions on the racetrack. Hits the apron, gets sideways. Wow, what an absolute crazy restart there. Jesse Gordon was able to get around the 20 of Nate Lesko with this move right here. Check this out, Jacob. What a drive out of the Batmobile. Bit of a wiggle there for the 73. He gets loose. Coming off of 3 and 4, 3 wide there inside the top 5.
Did Tyler come? Oh, Tyler came up and got him. Tyler.
He saves it though.
Yeah, he saves it, but also, I mean, he was. Tyler just comes in a little too hot right there.
He goes from finishing inside of the top 5 to finishing outside of the top 10 with this bump right here. Finishes 12th at the line.
That's tough. I mean, John ended up getting himself. I mean, John would have had himself a podium. But congratulations to Dakota Reader and Jesse Gordon and Nate Lesko.
Watch that battle with Jesse Gordon and Nate Lesko. Jesse's gonna ride that high side line off of 2. Look at that move right here. Wow. You're just going to skirt that side fender off of 2 with that high lane. Going to stay right there. Not going to get sketched out. Going to keep riding it. Going to go side by side. And then he's going to eventually just clear him. Right here. He's clear for the race win. He'll come off of 4. And that's it. Game over. Wow. What a move out of the 10.
And then you got Dakota Reader who ends up making the pass on Nate Lesko.
Look at that. Another great move out of the 85.
I think if these guys had one more lap, Jordan would have been battling out with Nate Lesko.
Good move out of Jesse right there. That's all he really had to do was just one low side block. And he was clear all the way to the start-finish line there off of 4. Wow. What a race.
Yeah.
What an absolute barn burner of a race as Jesse Gordon is burning it down here at Atlanta. The Batmobile is throwing up bat symbols. Wow.
That was a heck of a ending. That's for sure.
And look at that top 10. That is a crazy top 10. Jesse Gordon, Dakota Reader, Nate Lesko, Jordan Tross gets a top 5. That's going to be big points wise. Brandon Schumann gets a top 5. We haven't seen him inside the top 5 for a while. Anthony Harden, Thomas Wynn, again, inside the top 10, has to be one of the most consistent drivers without a win so far this season. Brandon Hinton inside of the top 10. Colt Miller was able to hang on and get a top 10. And Tyler Wallace, with that late race contact with John Crosby, does get that 10th spot. As, boy, Jesse Gordon is just having one heck of a time there on the front stretch, burning it down.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's kudos to Jesse for getting that win tonight. I think at that point that should we'll see if Chuck will have the points updated by the time we get done with interviews, but I think that should put him in the points leader.
Let's check it out here as we await our podium finishers to get set. Jesse Gordon still burning it down. Must have had a lot of fuel and a lot of rubber left on those tires because he is really letting it go here at Atlanta. Got to go hit up Tootsie's after this. I believe that's the place. I could be completely wrong. I don't know what the place of the adult club is there in Atlanta, but definitely one for chicken wings, I hear.
Oh, my
But it
God.
is time to celebrate with a man who won't be drinking any cocktails or alcohol after tonight's race, but he will have one big tall glass of chocolate milk, and that is Nate Lesko coming home third here tonight. Jacob, you're catching up with him with another podium finish.
Nate, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Man, walk us through those last final closing laps of the race.
Yeah, it kind of got jumbled up on one of those yellow flags. So Jesse probably should have started in front of me on one of those restarts. So got a little fortunate start there. Wasn't able to hold him off. I wasn't quite sure what lane would be the fastest. So turned out I don't know. I don't know if there was a right choice on that, but no, he just ripped around me on the outside.
Now, kind of walk us through this too. You know, as the race progressed, you know, was the truck getting looser or was it getting tighter during with it being the old Atlanta setup?
Tighter, depending on the line. You could make it looser, like coming out of 4, but generally tighter for sure. It would just want the plow up into the outside wall.
Gotcha. Now, did you feel like you had more pace, you know, towards the early part of the race or towards the later part?
I felt like I was pretty consistent. I don't know. By the time I kind of ran around Jordan, so he would pit a couple laps before me. He'd get a lead. I'd kind of pull back up to him. As soon as I get to him, he pits again. So I don't know. Consistent with him. Probably consistent in top 5 pace. But I was interested to see if that went green at the end there and just had a long run. I think Jesse took two tires, so I was interested to see if I could kind of catch up to him there at the end.
Gotcha. Well, Will, do you have anything for Mr. Nate Lesko?
Nate, my man, another podium finish out of you. Is it just a confidence thing, or are you just a lot of practice, a lot of repetitions that's kind of feeding into these great results we see out of you week in and week out?
No, racing around these guys, they're so good in the trucks. I'm learning a lot from them. Kind of going back, look at some of the races afterwards, kind of seeing what I could do better. So just racing with these guys, I feel like it's really helped me in the series.
Well, Nate, we know you'll be chugging that chocolate milk here tonight with another podium finish. But as you well know, we'd love to give you podium finishers the chance to shout out anybody you may have had watching here tonight or any sponsors that may have helped you get on that podium.
You guys, Will, Jacob, you got putting on the broadcast. It makes it a joy to go back and listen to. So, thanks for doing this, and I'm sure that's a large reason why we have so many trucks showing up every week.
Oh,
well, we appreciate this kind
appreciate
words.
you guys. Yeah,
It's a pleasure.
thanks, Nate.
Awesome, man.
All right, we'll see you guys.
See ya.
That was the driver of the number 20 Neswick machine, making it rain chocolate milk there on that third spot. And I believe he's also going to get that award for the biggest mover of the race there, Jacob. I mean, just started in 27th position or something like that. So plus 24 for the race. Pretty good night there for the 20. But it is time to catch up with our second place finisher. And boy, he was itching and scratching for that race victory here tonight at Atlanta. One of these drivers that I feel like is going to break through here eventually. Dakota Reeder comes home second, and we just heard it from Nate Lesko, Dakota, that if you had one more lap, you may have had something there for Jesse Gordon, but one heck of a run nonetheless.
Yeah, that was it's fun when I get to like run all the laps. Like it's usually always a good time. So yeah, if I wish I could have had 3 and 4 back, but I don't know that it would have mattered anyways. But yeah, it was a fun race. Atlanta's always fun with the tire wear and track conditions all like changing and stuff. So yeah, it was a good run, good race.
So one of these races that really had its ups and downs. You know, we started off the race with 3 early cautions, and then I believe we had 60 or 70 laps of green flag racing, and then it went back to a caution-filled fest. Do you like that style of run? Do you prefer it to be just green flag wide open, or do you prefer a little bit more strategy there towards the end?
Depends on where I'm running, I guess. Yes.
Right?
I don't know. I've always been the guy that's like good at saving the tires. But I don't know. It's hard to say because I'm in a different league where there's a lot of cautions and a lot of people hate it. And there's another league I had been in before that they dropped the green flag and you'd run 200 laps and there wouldn't be any cautions. And so I think that this league has a good balance to it. I love that we only get a certain amount of tires that you really have to pick and choose when you want to use them. So I think like tonight was the perfect kind of race where you a little bit of strategy at the beginning, guys pitting, who's staying out, and then trying to be strategic when you hit pit road under green. And so I think tonight was perfect.
Yeah, and it's good that you mentioned that too, because I was going to ask a question along those lines where we saw sort of different strategies, tire runs, fuel runs, different things kind of playing out there. Did you feel like that if you could just stay within the grasp of like Jesse Gordon, Nate Lesko, that pack, that you still had a chance that if you got separated from those guys, chances in this race may have diminished a lot there on those long runs?
Yeah, there was a situation where I had pit under green, and when I came out, I was behind. I think it was Cameron Goley, and I don't know if he had damage or what, but man, we were running 65 miles an hour on the pit exit, and I couldn't get by him, and it cost me 5 or 6 seconds. So I don't even. I am kind of curious on where I would have shook out if that was a little bit different, but I mean, I can't be mad with second. It's just luckily, like in these trucks, man, it's so much fun when you have these green white checkers because you're just hanging it out there and hoping it sticks.
Absolutely. And Jacob, anything for Dakota Reeder coming home second here tonight in the 85?
No. Congratulations again, Dakota, on that P2 spot. And man, are we going to hear anything soon, or of any like latest releases of any album drops or anything?
Yeah, I will. I'll put maybe I'll put a song in the Discord for you guys to listen to.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
There we go.
I will figure it out how to get it on this broadcast too, so you can go so we can get you Mr. Worldwide.
All right, cool. Yeah, I will give you guys the pre-release, and I'll put that in the Discord tonight.
Heck
Hey,
yeah.
there we go. Right on. Well, Dakota, before we let you go, my man, congratulations on that second place finish. Is there anyone that you wanted to shout out, or any sponsors that may have helped you get on the podium here tonight?
I always thank my wife. She's dealing with our 2 kids upstairs, which means I get to be down here doing this. So shout out to her. Thank you guys for putting on the broadcast every week, and it's a great league, especially since it's free. It's ran very well for it being a free league. So just appreciate everybody that puts it on, and I'll see you guys next week.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate you, Dakota, coming home second here tonight in that 85. Looking forward to what you have in store for us next week. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. I just got a chance to catch up with Jesse Gordon. He is ready to rock and roll with our Victory Lane interview. A man who has now picked up his 3rd win of the season, making Atlanta his true home, his 2nd win in Atlanta here this season, and his 1st win in over a month. Jesse, we saw how happy you were burning it down there on the French stretch. How exciting and how happy are you to grab this victory here tonight?
Yeah, it feels good. I've had a kind of string and run of some bad luck lately, and yeah, it's good to be back in victory lane here. Definitely was needed. At least a good points day, let alone a win would have been nice. But yeah, it was good overall. I was a little concerned there with that last yellow after that long green flag stretch, because I had a pretty good, decent sized lead and was kind of ready to just run that last little stint. And yeah, I didn't want to see that caution. And then for some reason, it ended up trapping a bunch of people like a lap down. And
Is that why? Sorry to interrupt. Is that
I
why
ended
everyone?
up starting 3rd. Yeah, it was weird.
Is that why Victor was out front too, and then like a bunch of guys were getting black flags left and right?
Yeah, so he I think he was ahead of me on track when the yellow came out, but he was stuck behind the pace truck. So then it waved him around the pace truck, and then when we all pitted, he stayed out. So then he was essentially the leader, but he had to take the wave around with everybody else. And so it was kind of late, but it had me start on the inside line because it wasn't accounting for Victor. And then Victor comes up and he's the new leader, but it didn't slot me into the outside slot. So yeah, I ended up starting 3rd there, and yeah, it was all messed up. I was like not happy about it, but ultimately it did work out. And you know, we ran Nate pretty hard there, and 1 and 2, and we were able to make it out through and not get into each other. It was pretty close there, but yeah, it was a lot of fun battle there to try and get the lead back.
Yeah, I was looking at those stats there, Jesse. This is now your 2nd win here in Atlanta this season. You won back, I believe it was June the 2nd, without looking at the schedule. You won back-to-back races in that same time period as well. What does this do for the confidence? I know you were talking about having a good points night coming in. Here tonight, I mean, it was just a lot of you, quote unquote, big dogs were all inside of that same pack, top 5, top 10, all race long. How much is this a confidence boost or add to your swagger going into next week, knowing that you held off basically a healthy top 10 of everybody was still in the race, and you still got that race victory at the end?
Yeah, it felt good to run with these guys, and was able to run a good line and also not burn out my tires. And it was a lot of fun battling back. And yeah, it definitely builds the confidence, because lately I've been in kind of a slump. And yeah, it's good to finally get it kind of put all together, and a good points night, which is what I needed after last week's endeavor. I was like 1st out of the race. So ultimately, yeah, I'll definitely take this over anything, of course. But yeah, it was a good race.
Yeah, this now ties you with Jordan Tross for 3 wins on the season. Of course, you were right there in points as well. It should put you right there. I know Jordan finished just inside of the top 5, but I know with that race victory, you're going to get a lot more points. And Jacob, before we let the Batman go to his Bat Cave, anything for Jesse Gordon, now our 3-time winner here on a Tuesday night?
No, Chuck just got the points updated, and Jordan's he's still in the lead, but with the way that he had finished this evening. So Jordan's 298 and Jesse, you're 286, both in the playoff contention. So that's, I mean, you guys have that locked up. So then it's really going to be determined upon how that later part of the playoffs end up working for you guys. But no, man, hell of a race this evening. You definitely, I was really shocked, especially because I want to say there was one pit cycle that, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you ended up staying out on just old tires and just ended up getting fuel. Is that correct?
That was the first caution.
Okay.
When we all pitted around, I don't know, lap 15 or something like that. And yeah, we all just took fuel. Most of us took fuel. I think there might have been one or two guys that did take tires as well there, but yeah, we took fuel there. Just I got trapped on a race. I forget how many races ago, but by staying out, even though we had 20 or so laps left of fuel, and then having to pit under green, and then a yellow come out like shortly after pitting and getting trapped a lap down, and that's what I didn't want to happen. So I wanted to run longer on my fuel stints if possible this race. So that way I'd trap other guys lap down that pitted. So.
Gotcha. Well, Jesse, no, other than that, that's it for me. I was just curious on how that first pit cycle went for you. Then after that, man, you had a lot of pace, and in the moment, I thought Colton Miller was really going to put you on your toes a little bit, but I think he ended up having a little bit of a weird, different strategy and fell back a little bit. But man, congratulations again on your finish this evening, and we're looking forward to see you next week. I mean, we're going to Talladega. So, I mean, that's going to be every man for himself at that point. But I think we can see you back on the podium next week.
Yeah, definitely see how that goes. Talladega has not been very kind to me, so we'll see.
Gotcha. Well, any special shout outs or anything?
Just obviously my sponsors, my real life racing. Check out my page, Jesse Gordon Racing, on Facebook, and my sponsors that obviously support me in that, and Curtis Tires, Davis Trenching, United Window Tint and Wraps, Empire Motorsports, and Linex, Amsoil, just everybody that helps me out.
Perfect. Well, go ahead, Will.
No, I was going to say we appreciate you taking the time there, Jesse, and can't wait to see you back behind the wheel of that Batmobile next week at Sweet Home Talladega.
Perfect. Yeah, sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Of course. That was Jesse Gordon, the driver of that 1-0 third victory of the season as well for that Batmobile. And Jacob, you were mentioning those point standings just briefly here. Of course, that's going to tie Jordan Tross with those 3 wins. Now, Paul White, currently in that 3rd spot, hasn't had the greatest runs the past couple weeks. But as you mentioned, with that 73, with that last little incident with John Crosby, he now slides down in the point standings, gets leapfrogged by Anthony Harden, who now moves into 4th in those point standings. And Dakota Reeder, he is now up 2 spots in those point standings from tonight's finish as well. Thomas Wynn continues that top 10 streak. He has 5 top 10s out of 10 races. So great out of that 71, where half the races we raced, he's finishing inside of the top 10. But boy, is that graphic on your screen now. It is just filled with yellow and gold. Oh, Jesse Gordon, man, that is, you might as well just put Jesse Gordon's name on the entire graphic. I mean, wow, what a graphic.
Yeah, no, I mean, most laps led, fastest lap, pole position. Yeah, this was we tend to say it, or I tend to say it more often than not. This was the Jesse Gordon show tonight.
It was, but it was a little bit more competitive, as Jordan Tross's performance at Nashville last week. That definitely was a dominant curb stomping, if you will, just like the United States against Belgium. That was that sort of performance. This one was a little bit more back and forth, a little bit more of a Mexico versus England sort of battle. We had a lot of drivers going at it here tonight. Anybody could have really gotten this race victory, and even Jesse admitted to himself there, or admitted to us right there in that post-race interview, he might not have had it had we had another lap or two. He really was feeling the pressure out of Nate, Dakota right there at the end as well. So who knows, if a caution flag would have waved again, we would have gotten that second attempt at the green-white checkered. Who knows what may have happened in tonight's race. It is officially time for your official results here tonight in week number 10. We have Jesse Gordon, Dakota Reeder, and Nate Lesko finishing on the podium. Just outside of them, we have Jordan Tross, Brandon Schumann, our top 5. We also have Anthony Harden, Thomas Wynn, Brandon Hinton, Colton Miller in the 93. He holds on. Tyler Waltz finishes in 10th. Just outside of the top 10, we have Cole Crawford in that 41. I'm interested to see him next week at Talladega. Showed a lot of speed here tonight. Maybe a late race pit strategy cost it for him there in that 41. Still finishes 11th. John Crosby, we talked about that late race incident there with Tyler Waltz. Finishes in 12th. We also have Stephen Prosser 13th, Paul White 14th, Brian Sousa in the top 15. Justin Clapper 16th. We appreciate Justin giving us a behind-the-scene point of view. Also to John Crosby as well. Jamie Howell finishes 17th. Cody Smith 18th. Cody Deek 19th. We have the Codys finishing 18th, 19th. Jim Jackson finishes 20th. Victor Etheridge, not an indication of how well he ran here tonight, but he will finish in the 21st position. David Bersecki, Tom Ringer, Cameron Gully, Clover Shepard will complete our top 25. And then after that, we get into drivers that just had very rough nights here at Atlanta. Zachary Wynn, Will Weber, Ryan Godfrey, Keith Vaughn, Daniel McConnell, Gary Wright, Thomas Aaron. Boy, you go from podium to, 94 laps down. Just a rough night for the 42. Sean Dion was an early retiree in tonight's race, along with David Lewis, who parked a start and parked there in that 53 machine. Well, Jacob, that is going to complete week number 10 here at Atlanta. It was a lot more exciting. We had a lot more people watching here tonight as well. We want to appreciate all those folks who tuned in here tonight on a Tuesday night. Also, we love it when you guys are in the chat cheering on your favorite drivers, shouting us out as well, speaking cautions into existence. We try our best to not put commentators' curses on drivers and things like that. And Jacob, we head to Sweet Home Talladega next week. I think it has to be one of the highest racetracks on everybody's list. I know it's one of my favorite tracks. We're going to see a lot of three-wide battles, a lot of drafting, a lot of bumping, probably a lot of cautions as well. But boy, am I excited for next week coming off the heels of this race.
Yeah, no, Talladega is one of those ones, like I was telling Jesse earlier, it's every man for himself out there. You know, hopefully you can get a few guys behind you, especially your teammates, to push it towards the end. But, man, it's just it tends to be a little bit of a caution fest. But hopefully we have a lot of good, clean racing and, you know, a lot of green runs. And at that point, you know, it's just every man just needs to say a prayer before the race and, you know, it goes to the last man standing.
Absolutely. And drivers, if you're still listening, remember, if you start spinning out, let go of the wheel because it will hurt. So keep that in mind for the drivers out there. And for you folks watching at home, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. You'll get a little notification every time we go live here. And we'll be back live here next Tuesday at 9:40 Eastern Standard Time from Sweet Home Talladega in week number 11. We now have two three-time winners here in this series with Jesse Gordon and Jordan Tross, who are 1-2 in those point standings. Will they keep that winning energy alive next week at Talladega? Will we see another new face rise from the grid like we've seen on previous weeks? You'll have to tune in to find out. But for myself, William Tiller, and Jacob Williams, lead producer and co-commentator here on a Tuesday night, we want to wish everybody a great night. Have a great weekend. And it is Sweet Home Talladega next week here in the RFRL Tuesday Night Truck Series. All right, everybody, welcome once again to the RatFink Racing League on Tuesday night. My name is William Tiller. I am joined up here in the booth by Jacob Williams.
Drivers, start your engine!
All right, boss man, fine hold. Fellas, so have a good day today. Like I said, load all the fans. Thank you guys for coming out here. We got a great crowd today. Everybody listening at home. Leave them home out there. Everybody enjoy the race. Get it all done all day long. Get ready to go. Good feeling about today, guys. Stay focused, be smart. You guys have been doing a great job out there really on the outside. Look for nothing other than that for the rest of the race.
Short track racing here on a Tuesday night. And we are thundering and lightning into corner number one as this race kicks off officially. Oh no! Big impact for the 6 of Victor Etheridge in the top side. Tonight we are warm and toasty in Homestead, Miami Speedway, the 305. and receive damage and scrape that topside wall. It's time to go racing once again in the Rat Think Racing League as George Ross in the 79 takes us into corner number 1. Action starting to pick up here off of 2. Oh my goodness, as the machine comes off of 2. It's time for the Tuesday night Rat Think Racing League.